Wake up, black man. Wake up. They've taken your home. Wake up, black man. Wake up. They've taken you from your home. Wake up, black man. Wake up. You have lost your throne. Wake up, black man. Wake up. They took you from your land. Wake up, black man. Wake up. Wake up, black man. Wake up. You were lost and you do not know. Wake up, black man. Wake up. Wake up, black man. Wake up. Wake up, black man. Wake up. Wake up, black man. Hurry up before it's too late. Wake up, black man. Wake up. Show 'em that you are great. Please wake up. Return to being a lion. Please wake up. Return to being just. Please wake up. Please wake up, black man. Who told you that you weren't great? Who told you that you were not worthy? Who told you that you were not mighty? Who told you that you were not worthy? Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.
God.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. It is you. God. We good. We're golden. Today, we gonna win. We gonna own our day. We gonna be the best version of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? All the baddies finna be on us. You feel me? They want the boy. They want the boy. And I can understand why. You feel me? Because I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really like that. I'm really like that. Nah. Today, we gonna win today. Today's gonna be a great day. We're blessed. We're happy. I can do anything I put my mind to. Anything that I set my heart on is my desire. I have all the abilities to win. We gonna own today. We gonna own today. We gonna fuck today up. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fuck this day up. And we're gonna do our thing. Because we're Ajioni Geary, and this is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we do. So, let's just do it. Let's do what we do. Let's do what we do best. Win. Win, baby. Win. I gotta hop my ass in the shower. And obviously, you don't want to watch that or see that, so yeah. Off to the shower I go to wash my ass.
Don't ever play with me about no food. I know what all foods are.
Mais nous desejo mais That's very, very good. What up? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? My name is Ajioni, and welcome back to another vlog. Let's go. You feel me? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome back to the stew. Welcome back to the stew. Welcome back to the stew. Man, I'm super happy and I'm excited today because it's actually my birthday. Yeah. It's your boy's birthday today. You know what I'm saying? It's my Marcus Smart jersey number year. If you know what that is, you know what I'm saying, then you're gonna have to figure that one out. It's that Marcus Smart, another trip around the sun. So before I start topping it up, I just want to say shout out, thank you to my mama, Tamara Roach, my OG. I appreciate you for bringing me into this world. Thank you for giving me life. Thank you for giving my brothers life. I appreciate you with all my heart, all my soul, and all my might. So, I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys are well. It is February. It is Black History Month, and I'm excited, and I am super, super, I'm just, man, I'm thrilled to be able to talk about this subject because Black history is one of my favorite subjects to talk about because I know a lot of information and I have a lot of knowledge. And today, I just want to impart and just share some of my knowledge with you all. Now, we are all familiar with brothers like Nat Turner, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, all individuals who played a major part in African American society and history. These are individuals who literally went against the grain and put it all on the line to represent and to liberate our people. So today I want to talk about 5 people that you might not know about who taught Black history and who were excellent historians, who have doctorates, who have PhDs, who have the whole entire nines. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna say, please, if you're watching this video today, give this a chance, because this is one of those videos that if you appreciate Black people, you appreciate Black history, you appreciate melanated people all around the world, this literally goes out to you guys. This goes out to everyone out there who has put it all on the line to liberate, educate, to help Black people all around the world. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get this started. before I start, our history did not start with slavery. Let me repeat. Our history did not begin and it did not start at slavery. Here in the Americas, especially in the United States of America, there is a huge misconception about Black people and their history, where they come from all across the planet. There are descendants of Africans and melanated people all around the world. It is literally learned in our education system here in America. Nile Valley civilization is the ones who started and kicked off civilization all across the world. So the first book I am going to talk about is this book right here, and this author is Dr. Yosef Ben Yakinen, Black Man of the Nile. Now, this book right here is absolutely one of the best books I've ever read in my entire life. I'm not going to do an in-depth book review on this book, but I'm just going to give just a brief history of just Dr. Ben and just some facts about Dr. Ben, because if you don't have this book, this is something that you need in your library. If you want to liberate yourself, if you want to educate yourself, if you want to just look at a piece of literature that is absolutely outside of Western European academia, this is the book right here. Dr. Ben is 1000% one of the most brilliant intellectuals to ever walk this planet. And he's an author, he's an historian, he's an anthropologist. Dr. Ben, let me just talk about Dr. Ben just really quick, because this brother is special. So number one, Dr. Yosef Ben Yakinen, born in Puerto Rico to an Ethiopian mother. He was born in 1918, December 31st. He died in March 19th, 2015. He had a degree in civil engineering. He taught all over Africa. He taught all over the United States and gave lectures. And he's definitely one of the brightest minds to give information about Black people and our history. Dr. Ben also is the author of many different pieces of literature. A lot of those pieces of literature I do own. This one right here, Black Man of the Nile. And I also own another book by Dr. Ben too, Africa, the Mother of Western Civilization. That book right there is a must read too. If you do not have these books, you could check them out on Amazon. They're 1000%, they're very, very insightful. A lot of information. Dr. Ben was one of the first people to really dive into deep about ancient Egypt and its studies and its people, and his work is definitely noted. This book right here, Black Man of the Nile, is a must read. You gotta have this book. Dr. Ben, he attended the University of Puerto Rico. He also got an engineering degree at the University of Havana in Cuba. He also got another doctorate degree at Cambridge University as well. So Dr. Ben is definitely one of the brothers who has a lot of scholarship, and he studied over a multitude of years to get his knowledge and his information. So if you don't know about Dr. Ben yet, I encourage you to go on YouTube, Look him up. He's a brilliant individual. And I can go on about Dr. Ben all day. But get this book right here, Black Man of the Nile. Let it open your mind. It'll change literally your perspective on how you see things and history as well. So let's get on to the next author. The next book I want to talk about is The African Origins of Civilization by Sheikh Anta Diop. Sheikh Anta Diop. Sheikh Anta Diop. If you do not know about Sheikh Anta Diop, I highly encourage you, do your research and your studying about Sheikh Anta Diop. Born from Senegal, he was an author, he was a scientist, he was a historian. Sheikh Anta Diop was an excellent, exceptional, beyond exceptional human being. He has many works of literature. Civilization or barbarism, that's one of them. Colonialism by Sheikh Anta Diop. He has so many different works of literature that I have. You guys check him out. Sheikh Anta Diop, he studied mathematics, he studied literature, he got his degree in science and in chemistry as well. He was an anthropologist. He was one of the few people who were able to do DNA testing on specific mummies that were given to him to study. And his science and his research was absolutely outstanding. Okay, my bad. But Diop was one of the first individuals to do DNA testing on several different mummies, where he was able to test the melanin content, and he found out that the royal family of the native Nubian Egyptians were African black people. So Sheikh Anta Diop, he also studied at the University of Paris, where, like I said, he got multiple degrees. He served as a member of UNESCO in 1971. So Diop, he did a paper that he presented before UNESCO where he was able to do genetic testing, like linking and connecting West Africans and ancient Egyptians. He was able to connect them genetically, and there's a lot of literature, a lot of information about Sheikh Anta Diop. So if you do not know about him, please check out his work. I did a video, I did a more in-depth book review about Sheikh Anta Diop in a past vlog. It was called The Son of Ra and the African Origins of Civilization. If you guys have not seen that yet, I encourage you to highly check that out. I do a more in-depth book review about Sheikh Anta Diop there. But with that being said, let's get on to our next author. The next book I want to talk about is this book right here, They Came Before Columbus, by Dr. Ivan van Sertima. Now, this book right here, whew, 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 talk about knowledge, information, just filled in just one book. Dr. Ivan van Sertima, born in Guyana. He was born January 26th, 1935. He died May 25th, 2009. Dr. Ivan van Sertima was born in Guyana. And if you don't know where Guyana is, that's actually in South America. One thing that I did not know about Guyana is that it's considered a Caribbean island, but it's a country, which is kind of wild. I have no clue how that works out, but apparently Guyana is a part of the Caribbean, and I did not know that until today. But Dr. Ivan van Sertima, he was an ancient American historian. He attended multiple institutions where he got his degree. He attended the University of Oriental and African Studies in London. Also, Dr. Ivan van Sertima, he taught African Studies at Rutgers University. So Dr. Ivan van Sertima was definitely one of the individuals who was able to connect ancient Africans into the ancient Americas. He was a brilliant individual. There is in Mexico an ancient Olmec site. It's in Veracruz, and they have a stone head called the El Negro, and he has a picture of this El Negro in this book right here. And I just want to show this picture right here because this is one of the first of many Olmec heads that was found in Veracruz, and this is called the El Negro right here. This was found in Mexico in the ancient Americas, and right now it's in a museum in Veracruz, I believe, in Mexico. And what's interesting about that name of the actual statue, the El Negro, is that when you translate that, that translates to black or God black or black God. So we can see that the ties in ancient America to Africa have always been here. In America, there has always been an African and a black presence. I know that is difficult and that's troubling for a lot of people to hear because of the false history that we've been taught here in America, where in our education system, we only believe that black people came over to the Americas during the transatlantic slave trade, and that is not the case. There has always been an ancient presence of black African peoples here in the Americas. I like to switch up my terminology, and I like to say American African influence here in America. And what you see is there are a lot of different artifacts, there are a lot of different structures that were built here in the Americas well long before the Common Era. If you don't know about the Bonampak murals in Mexico, I highly encourage you to check those out. Those murals, they're very important because they show the Americas and the ancient peoples that were here well long before Christopher Columbus or any of these other groups of people who have said to been here in the Americas. And I know that is hard for a lot of people to accept and to know. Another thing about the El Negro is that it was one of the first of many Olmec heads that they found. There are 17 total. These things are colossal, and they were said to have come from the people of the East. And the Olmec heads, they're absolutely breathtaking and they're stunning. The El Negro was just one of the many Olmec heads that they found of the ancient peoples here in America. But they came before Columbus. This book has all the information that will teach you about that in this wonderful piece of literature. So if you do not know about They Came Before Columbus by Dr. Ivan Van Sertima, that information that I'm talking about is directly connected into this book. I highly encourage you to check it out. Now, with that being said, I can go on about Dr. Ivan Van Sertima all day, but let's get on to our next author. The next book that I want to talk about is Christopher Columbus and the African Holocaust by John Henrik Clarke. If you do not know, Christopher Columbus did not discover America. I repeat, Christopher Columbus did not discover America. If you do not know about Dr. John Henrik Clarke, this brother was truly special. He was brilliant mind. He was born on January 1st, 1915, and he died July 16th, 1998. Dr. John Henry Clarke, he was an African. Dr. John Henry Clarke was an American African historian, writer, anthropologist. He was absolutely brilliant. Dr. John Henry Clarke, he taught at Cornell. He was a professor of Black and Puerto Rican studies. He was born here in America, in Alabama. He was an American African historian, writer. He was a professor at Hunter College at the University of New York. He also was a professor at Cornell as well. This brother was truly amazing. This book, Christopher Columbus and the African Holocaust. I love this book, number one, because it's not a hard read, and Dr. John Henry Clarke goes over so much history within this book right here. The events that took place because of Christopher Columbus was directly connected to the transatlantic slave trade, which was one of the most tragic events to ever happen in human history. The harshness, the brutality, the raping, the cannibalistic behavior that these slave owners, they showed and displayed towards African Black people needs to be talked about, and it needs to be studied, and we should never ever forget that. Dr. John Henry Clarke in this book goes over so much knowledge and so much information about the events that took place during the transatlantic slave trade, during the time of Christopher Columbus, during the time of the Pope, and him allowing the transatlantic slave trade to literally go on and to take place. One of the first slave ships was called the Jesus Christ. Now, the knowledge and the information that Dr. John Henry Clarke put into this book about the events that I'm talking about, you need to absolutely study it. A lot of the information that Dr. John Henry Clarke has in this book is absolutely brilliant. I can go on all day talking about Dr. John Henry Clark and all of the things he has done for Black people across the world. This man was absolutely amazing. My oracle, Zawadi, I'm going to say shout out to you. She directly knew Dr. John Henry Clark. He was her teacher. And my oracle is one of those people who is absolutely, she's divine. And she was directly connected to Dr. John Henry Clark. I can go on all day talking about Dr. John Henry Clark, but now let's get on talk about our next author. So the last and the final author I want to talk about is Dr. Chancellor Williams, The Destruction of Black Civilization by Dr. Chancellor Williams. Now this book right here is absolutely amazing. Dr. Chancellor Williams, he was born December 22nd, 1893. He died December 7th, 1992. Dr. Chancellor Williams, he was an American African historian born in South Carolina. His father was born into slavery in a time where the treatment of Black people and racial tensions were at an all-time high. This brother was a true inspiration. He received his doctorate degree in history and sociology. He also studied psychology and anthropology as well. And Dr. Chancellor Williams, he also studied economics as well. This brother, he also taught Arabic history, and he was a professor at Howard University for over 29 years. So he's won prestigious awards for his literature. This brother was full of scholarship, very knowledgeable, very insightful. He was very wise. The Destruction of Black Civilization is a book that gives a detailed history about the events that took place that led to the displacement and the disbandment of Black people from the earliest of times. Dr. Chancellor Williams, he literally put 16 years into writing this book, and he put everything he had into writing his book. He put his entire life savings. He even put his mortgage up to write this book. And this was an individual who at a time lived where he couldn't get publishing to write this book. He couldn't get editors to help him with this book. A lot of the things that took place in order for Chancellor Williams to put out this book needs to be in a movie. I promise you. This brother was absolutely an American icon and hero that does not get any recognition, and he needs to be talked about. The Destruction of Black Civilization goes into an ancient history about Black people and our connection to the ancient world, to ancient Egypt, to ancient Nubia, to the later parts of different groups coming in and having an effect on ancient Egypt. And it's phenomenal. It's one of the best books I've ever read in my life. Dr. Chancellor Williams. You guys, check him out. Get this book, The Destruction of Black Civilization. Because if you don't know your history, you will never ever know where to start to reclaim your identity. If you don't know your history, You'll never be able to put the pieces together in order to complete the story. History, we've gotten it from one side, and all the education that we've been taught has been taught to us by individuals and people who didn't necessarily have our best interest, if I'm just being honest. I'm just keeping it real here. And I know that might be hard for individuals to accept and to hear, but there have been individuals like Dr. Chancellor Williams who has done the work, who has put in the time, the energy, and the effort to educate Black people, to educate the diaspora, to educate all people around the world. So if you don't have this book right here, I highly suggest that you get it and that you check it out, because it is definitely one of the best reads that you will ever take part in. I know that for a fact. So there's one final book that I just want to talk about, and this is a bonus book right here, and this is Stolen Legacy by George James. Now, this book right here, Stolen Legacy, if I were to give you a book that is full of truth, that is full of truth about our people, it would be this book right here, Stolen Legacy by George James. Every single book that I shared with you guys today is absolutely powerful in the liberation of one's mind. I repeat, every book that I shared with you guys today is important to liberate one's mind. This book right here, Stolen Legacy by George James, is absolutely a foundational book that will help you in your journey and in your path. Dr. George James was actually killed 2 years after releasing this book because of the knowledge and the information, I believe, that was in this book. Dr. George James, he had a bachelor's degree. He also had a master's degree, and he got it from the University of Durham in England. He got another doctorate degree at the Columbia University in New York. This brother was a professor of logic and Greek. This brother was born in Guyana. Dr. George James was absolutely insightful. When you see Dr. George James' track record and everything that he was able to accomplish and everything that he was able to do by earning his doctorate degree at Columbia University in New York. This brother, he studied Greek. He had so much scholarship, so much knowledge, and he was very insightful. Like I said, he was one of the first people to really do the studying of ancient Egypt and its peoples in the royal family, and he's able to give literally a historical account of information of the ancient peoples of ancient Kemet and their connection to Africa and its Black people. What's wild is that Egypt is in Africa, and I'm not saying that every person is Egyptian who studies this information, but what I'm saying is there are ancient bloodlines and there are people who have direct connections to the ancient peoples of the land. And Dr. George James goes into a lot of the detailed history and information that goes over that. So if you do not have this book right here, Stolen Legacy, I highly recommend that you get it. Give it a chance. Check it out. There have been a lot of Black African people who have contributed to the knowledge and the liberation of people all over the world that don't necessarily get talked about. And I just wanted to try my best to give light to some of those individuals. So I highly encourage you. I highly encourage you. Check out every book that I recommended. Study the information for yourself. When I read this information, I was blown away because I found truths about myself that I did not know was there. And there are so many individuals that I could talk about and lift up for Black History Month, but I wanted to recognize these brothers for a specific reason because I believe in every single one of their works. I would love to do more in-depth book reviews. And I possibly will do that if you guys want that from me, but I don't know if you guys want that from me, but we'll see in due time. I want to say thank you guys if you stuck with me and you made it all the way through to this video. I know it, man, it was a lot of information that I gave, but I did my absolute best to try to give you guys the knowledge possible to help liberate yourselves. One of the things about me is I will never ever tell anybody anything that will not help them. I'm only going to tell things to people that are going to be in the alignment of truth, justice, righteousness, and goodness. I'm not one of these individuals who wants anything from anybody for any of the knowledge in it or the information that I give out. I want to give this knowledge and information freely because I feel like the people that deserve it and they need to hear it. Thank you guys. Seriously, if you, like I said, stuck with me. I don't know what's going to come about of this video, but I hope it touches the hearts and I hope that it touches the minds of anybody who watched this video today. I truly, truly appreciate you. I think that's going to be it for me today. My name is Ajioni. Hetepu. I'm Ra. I'm going to be out. I'm going to talk to y'all later. I'm going to tap in with you. Love and appreciation and light to you. I'm out. It's my birthday, you know what I'm saying? My boy Benji is with me in my room because he starts tripping out very much if if he's not able to see my mom in the shower, and he starts barking all crazy. And I love my boy. I'm trying to film right now, and like everybody named mama just wants to be super loud. So my boy, I need you just to chill and just relax. Yeah. I'm gonna get straight to the point here. Recently, I got rejected. Today is Valentine's Day, and I just wanted to just talk about this really quick. So don't mind if I do. So recently, I met a woman. I'm not going to share her name, but what I will say is I'm going to give her a nickname. her nickname is going to be Gabby. Recently, I met a dope woman named Gabby, and it was like fireworks. Everything was like, it was really like magical. It was cool. And we were getting to know one another. I was walking her home after work, and we had like some really, really dope moments and some really dope time, just getting to know one another. But I noticed in getting to know her that she started to get like a little distant, and she started to get a little, cold feet about getting to know me. And I'm gonna keep this all the way real. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm a little poke chop for chunky. That's about it. I work very hard. I take care of my mom. I take care of my dog. And yeah, she just wasn't interested in me after getting to know me a little bit. And, the initial aspect of it, I was pretty sad about it because I was like, damn, this is happening again. But then I'm just like, you know what? If it's not for me, it's not for me. The universe always has the highest good in store for me. My camera's finna die, so I don't know how long this is gonna go. But this was, I don't even know if this is gonna be a standalone video or a longer video. I might just throw this into my last video that I'm currently doing, but not doing, but doing. But yeah, shout out to Gabby for rejecting me. It's all good, I'll live. And I'll find another baddie one day, maybe like a little Crystal Westbrook. That'd be kind of sick. Or like a Winter Blanco. That might be kind of sick. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing that out there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but pretty much, this is pretty much done for. Yeah, your boy got rejected. And it's Valentine's Day. And it sucks. But you know what? It is what it is. Man, you charge it to the game. I'm still youthful. I'm tall. I don't know if you're getting this, but it says 90s baby on the hat. You feel me? Or I don't know if it's this side or that side. But you know what I'm saying? We did that with the X-Men 97 t-shirt. Yeah. We did that with the X-Men 97 t-shirt. Yeah. My camera's finna die and it's getting real, real loud. So thank y'all. You see, you hear that? Look, it just, thank y'all. You should tapped in with me, Holla at y'all next time. I'ma be up out of here. And yeah, this is probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever admitted on camera about me getting rejected. But you know what? It's all good because I'm still fucking pimp. Peace. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Wake up, black man. Wake up. Wake up, black man. Please. Wake up. It is you. It is you. You are the one who will settle the waters. You are the one who will tend to the land. You are the one who will chase the river. You are the one who will walk with the lions. Wake up, black man. Wake up. Wake up, black man. Please. Wake up.